Today is the 5th Sunday of Easter Cycle C. During the missionary efforts of St. Paul, there is a consistent pattern of the sequence of events. Firstly, Paul always visited the local synagogue and preaches there for a while. However, the religious leaders, normally after a while, reject Christ and throw him out of the synagogue. He then turned to the Gentiles who readily accept the gospel. Throughout his missionary travels, he endures persecution. However, he never allows this to discourage him from preaching, which he believes is his divinely appointed duty. He continues to teach, advise, console, to uplift his newly formed churches. You too have been appointed during your baptism to preach the gospel. Like Paul, never be discouraged from preaching the gospel. In today's reading, Paul reminds us that it is necessary to undergo hardship to enter the kingdom of God. Every athlete knows that if he or she wishes to develop more muscles, he or she needs to be challenged by heavier weights, longer times, or greater distances. Unless our faith is tested, our faith will never grow. Worse yet, we will believe that we by ourselves are strong enough to resist the falling one, the temptations of the flesh, the rejection of friends because of our beliefs, or the persecution of our religious convictions. Our failure when our faith is tested can make us realize that we're totally dependent on the help of God and on the grace of God in these situations. The trials of life can draw us close to God or separate us from Him. We can choose the path of Peter, who wept bitterly but later experienced God's mercy and forgiveness and became the leader of the Christian faith, or that of Judas, who could not accept his failure and sinfulness, and without understanding the mercy of God, ended his own life. For us to grow in faith, we need to enter the storm, or cross the barren desert, or to face the powers of hell. Only when, by the grace of God, we have overcome impossible odds, and we have survived the hardship that threatened to crush us, we shall know that God is at our side, in good times and in bad. We shall know and be able to trust God in all situations. In the gospel, Jesus commands us to love one another as He has loved us, and that is to His death. He gave this commandment at a time when a crisis for the apostles was about to unfold. Judas was about to betray Jesus and to have him arrested. This until initiate his passion, death, and resurrection. Jesus had expanded the understanding of love of neighbor, which was limited to fellow Jews, to include strangers, foreigners, and enemies, with his parable of the Good Samaritan. The hurt and anger at the unjust condemnation of Jesus, followed by his passion and death, could have resulted in arguments among the disciples, blaming each other for abandoning or denying Jesus. In a crisis, we need to love one another. That is, to demonstrate patience, compassion, forgiveness, and mercy, lest we turn against each other and destroy the unity of the family or group. Without forgiveness, mercy, disputes with enemies or in families, and the hatred of others will continue for years. Remember, we have to love one another as he has loved.